You can grab a drink because this is actually real good. Mm-hmm.
So beautiful people. Oh, we got to at the beginning. Hold on now. Start us
Oh,
off
my
with this
bad.
frame. Let's talk about frame.
I was sipping that good drink right there. So, welcome back to another episode of So Problematic. This is your girl Cece,
NJ.
and this is a new week, obviously. So, what's been going on?
Well, since I keep everything a buck with my my readers,
Yeah,
my
listeners,
my listeners,
facts, readers.
my readers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this week, these few weeks have been very, very productive,
Good.
emotionally challenging, but very enlightening. New therapist, she's amazing.
Mm.
I went all Black providers going forward. So of course my therapist is Black,
Yes.
like my doctors and everything. And she has definitely helped me to table my animosity and anger
Mm.
and my hurt. And when I thought that I was healing and going on a journey of moving forward, I started realizing that there is so much anger.
Oh
Like I
wow.
had to really be honest with myself and say, "You're very angry."
Mm.
Just in like the thoughts that I was having, not to kill people, but like thoughts of
Yeah.
just being angry.
That you did you identify them as angry until she pointed them out?
I did. I told her, I said, listen, I'm like so angry right now. And I'm like,
Oh.
I feel like I have so much animosity for
Yeah.
my ex-husband. And I said to her, I need to get to the root of it, but I need to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to definitely work through it
Yeah.
because this is not who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a person of animosity.
Yeah.
I'm not a person. Everybody's like, I'm not a mean person. Period.
No, you're not.
So my personality is bubbly, lighthearted, very friendly, very loving, very welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until sometimes proven wrong 15 million times.
Right.
So when I saw that I was acting like that, and then I didn't want it to push off to my daughter, I didn't want to start being mean to my own child.
Mm-hmm.
Where sometimes it happens subconsciously, you don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started realizing that in some ways I was where she's
wow.
4, she's
Yeah.
young, she's a child, but like
Right.
every little thing that she would do was like, why are you doing this? What's you doing? What's wrong with you? So I wasn't giving the grace that I know I should be giving her as a child, as my baby. So I definitely sought therapy even
Yeah.
harder,
Yeah.
2 times a week, to sit there and say what's going on. And she definitely brought so much things to light. And not only is she a therapist for like counseling, but she's also with a parenting. She's a parenting therapist. She teaches how to parent in a more thinking more, what's it called, conscious parenting.
Yeah.
Where definitely I'm now making the effort and making the move to being more of a conscious parent, more going off emotions and mental and
realizing how your tone and
yes, or
the words that you say can kind of mean
other things. And
other
also,
things.
I was raised to say, "Why are you crying for? I didn't cry for nothing."
Yeah.
And so I noticed that I would tell Mackenzie, "What are you crying for? I did nothing to you. Stop the foolishness."
Yeah.
And so now it's like, wait a minute. No. You can't ask her what she's crying for. She's crying for a reason.
Right.
So for me now, it's like, okay, listen, Mackenzie, what's wrong? Why are we crying? What happened? What are you feeling? As well as definitely being more aware as a mom.
Being aware is most
more
important.
emotional, and definitely realizing that the reason why I was so angry because I was angry with myself.
Yeah.
I was pissed off with myself.
And
it was because I had to really open up and really take the pill of I was mad at myself because I did not know my self-worth. So I put up with a lot. Yeah. People always say, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? And I'm like, I don't know why I didn't leave. But now I do know why I didn't leave. When you don't know your self-worth and when you don't know what you're capable of doing outside of just breastfeeding a child and paying little bills and that's all that you feel is your purpose at that time, you don't leave. You feel like this is where you belong.
Yeah.
And then I had to realize that even with being a Christian and being brought up in that manner, yes, God loves marriage. God does not ordain divorce. However, God is also a God of justice and fairness. And I had to stop thinking that I had to stay in a marriage that did not suit me
Mhm.
emotionally, physically, or mentally, or
Mhm.
spiritually, because we were not evenly yoked.
Yeah.
So I had to eat that I was mad at myself for allowing what happened, condoning what happened, not knowing my self-worth, and that happened, but also allow myself to realize that I let my spirituality really blur the lines of what I really needed.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm
that
happy
is
you're
a lot.
you're seeking therapy and you're working through it, because some people
Yes.
just keep living their life and not realizing that there's things that they
Mhm.
need to actually work through instead of working over them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And in our community, it happens way too often.
Mhm.
But I feel like this generation is actually like our generation. I'm not saying the younger generation. Our generation, our time is really trying to
break that.
And I see that.
And like we know boundaries. Like I've had to learn in therapy that there was boundaries that I was letting surpass in my family.
Yeah.
And friends that I had to put my foot down on, that I thought it was harmless things, but it wasn't harmless.
Mm-mm.
And then that propelled me to finally finalize my divorce, which which everybody knows took this thing forever.
Yeah.
But that made me seal the deal on, no, this marriage ends now. Like I'm out of it. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I need to move in what suits me, what my purpose is in God, and just fasting and praying and knowing that what he has for me is greater than what I had before. But I have to ask for grace because God has already forgiven me for what I've allowed. He has forgiven me for my lack of self-worth. He's forgiven me already.
Yeah.
I had to learn to forgive myself, but also parent better for my daughter to see what a healthy Black woman looks like mentally. So all that's been going on these past few weeks, meeting with my lawyer to get things finalized in that home front, to finally move on legally.
Yes.
But also definitely wrap up everything.
Yeah.
And just have, the next year. This is my prep year. So next year is my new beginnings year, I believe. So it's just prepping for my new beginnings. And
I like it.
I'm happy that the work is being done, because people, you can't do a new beginning. You can't start over. You can't be fresh without doing
You
work
can't.
first.
Yeah.
So that's me. What about you, Sissy?
Child, work be trying it.
Girl. don't get me started on work, because I will let me go on.
No, but like, you know how when you have those coworkers who have been there and they have years on you, so they feel like that they can come at you a certain kind of way. And when you send me that email and then you CC the supervisor on it,
oh baby,
them motherfuckers right there get under my skin, yo. I'm sorry, I had to flip the script on this one, but like,
flip it, baby, flip it.
Girl,
flip it, baby, flip it.
And
it's
like,
hair, friend.
Listen, okay, like my hair all over the place, but listen, okay. So she got under my skin. I'm just like, well, first of all,
that's when it all goes down. First of all, go on, baby.
And then I had to send one back because I'm like, keep it professional. I think Rosie was the one she had a post like that said something about how you talk to somebody and tell them something a certain kind of way, but professionally. I had to get to that level this week.
You gotta do it.
I had to get to that level this week, because you're not finna try me like that. I don't care where you live. We all remote. We all doing the same thing. Don't play with me.
Play with your mama.
So that got on my nerves this week.
Big time.
But other than that, I've been a little irritated with my son's school because their lack of communication. And it's kind of like been getting under my skin.
Big son, little son?
Little son.
Oh, big son.
So I'm that parent that reaches out to the teachers.
Girl.
I have no problem communicating with the teachers. Even my high school, I would still communicate. I don't leave, because I dealt with that growing up, where my parents they didn't know who my teachers were. They didn't know what kind of grades I had. So that really irks my nerve. And I said I wasn't going to do that with my kids. So both of my kids could tell you right now, I know who their teachers are. We exchange cell phone numbers. Like, you're going to communicate with me. But this one here, the little one, no communication at all. I don't call it the front desk, all of this. Like, it's steps that you have to take, and she reached out once after that. And then it was still nothing. I know that when you're in second grade, you're supposed to have at least 2 meetings I don't know what it is. You're supposed to have at least 2 meetings with the parent to let them know, hey, your child is doing good, or they need help, or whatever the case may be, right? Nothing. I don't even know when they did testing. The state board testing stuff the state board test that they take, none of that. So it's like really irking my nerves that the lack of communication that she's providing. Even if you send me a quick message and say, hey, let's try to shoot for something next week, at least communicate and say, I'm too busy this week, or whatever.
I get what you're saying. Definitely let me know, be more aware.
Or if he had a permission slip in his book bag for a whole week. For a whole week. I kept telling him, and he's only but so big, but why, if you know that the kids need to turn it in within a date, there's an end date, why aren't you telling them, okay, where's y'all permission slips? Go get your permission slips out your book bag.
Yeah, they should be like permission slips, who got there.
She don't check homework. No.
So why is she giving it?
Right.
And so he got a stable teacher now, because
he got a stable teacher now. He does. But she's not communicating, and that's my issue.
She young or she like old?
She's young.
She just got out of school.
You should know.
It's true. I mean, that's no excuse.
That's no excuse. So
it's just out. The young ones who just got supposed to be zealous, like they should be excited to get these things in. I don't know.
Listen, by tomorrow, I know I need a meditation session.
Take it slow and request a meeting ASAP. ASAP.
Should give them homework on Tuesday, like a pamphlet of at least 6 sheets of paper, front and back, on Tuesday, for him to turn it in by Friday.
Okay.
Which is perfectly fine, but you giving him one less day, so why not give it to him on Monday? That way he can have time to spread it out.
The week, yeah.
You don't know what us parents got going on during the week. We might have needed that Monday.
Let me say something.
Girl, please.
This
week has been a...
I can hear it from you. I just started the school thing. Mackenzie just started daycare. So
yes.
All I know is she getting those 2 papers talking about tracing her name. And let me tell you, I give her school some credit, because my child is starting to sound out letters and reading. I love it though. And I could be in the back of, I'm driving and I hear,
yes.
What you doing back there?
I miss those little stages.
Girl,
it's so cute.
I don't want you growing up no more.
Right.
They get big and crusty. You're not gonna want me no more.
Not big and crusty.
They are. It's like mom. Can you give me 2 minutes? No, you came out of me. You ain't getting 2 minutes. You crazy?
What a white girl voice come from?
Mama. Mackenzie sounds like that. My poor child. She didn't get her patois yet. You see me? Yeah. So she's still on the. No, a matter of fact, she told my grandpa. My grandpa said, Mackenzie, you need to say thank you. Thank you. But thank you. In patois, it's thank you. Mackenzie said, sorry, Grandpa, but I don't speak Jamaican. Yeah, that's my 4-year-old, y'all. So that I was like, what? When I heard it, y'all, I was washing my grandma's dishes. I watched them grandparents. I wash the little dishes out, clean them. You better wash them. I hear my child talking about I don't speak Jamaican. I said,
oh no.
I said yet.
I'm sure they didn't speak it
yet. Yes. By the time you turn about 7, sis, you're gonna be saying, "Mommy, I was going out to play to tell me something." Mommy, no, okay. Yeah. So I've learned. We're starting our patois lessons. Yeah. Once you come back from the house. Yeah. We're starting what? Yeah. One, where they pon? Yeah. Mommy, daddy, rice and peas, certain things. You see me? Because the mechanical technical,
When did you start learning?
From birth. My mama done told me that when I'm inside her house, I'm in Jamaica. When I'm outside her house, I'm in America. So when we're in the house, she told me that. I came home and said, Mommy, David's mom and Abigail's mom. And she was like, wait, come here. Come here. So I went to her. She said, when you're inside of my house, you're in Kingston, Jamaica. When you're outside the house, you're in America. So that means your black ass. Don't act up no way when you're in my house, okay? We're going by Jamaican rules. This is my washer, my dryer, my dishwasher. This is my house. And don't talk them the way it's there. Talk the patois, okay? And they'd be like, oh. So we knew when David yelled at his mama, we ain't doing all that with David. No, we ain't, because my mama got that belt on lock when she was ready. So with Mackenzie, I do the same thing. Like, sis, no, baby. But I'm gonna do it when she gets a little older, because I am very much aware that my parents were born and raised in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Mackenzie's parents, me and her daddy, were born here, raised island. So
Yeah.
we're more of Jamaicans, whereas my parents were straight just born and raised in Jamaica. So
Yeah.
it is different.
It's a little different.
For them, it was like all Jamaican. For us, it's like we have that American aspect with the Jamaican aspect. So I can't expect her just to be like how we were raised, like straight out the
straight.
country.
Yeah, right.
So I'm gonna give her some grace, but she has to know her roots. She knows she's Jamaican. She'll say it. I am American. I am Jamaican. She'll tell you. She knows that, because that's not optional. But speaking of it, she understands it. But speaking of it, I'll give her some grace on that, because she is still young and she's cute. So what can I say?
That part.
So
what are we talking about today, friend?
We are talking about the epidemic that has swept the nations of all 2021. This epidemic is annoying as a living hell and has been a topic for all podcasters and radio, but mostly podcasters. And it is the table.
The table.
The table.
And there go the table.
The table. And just so you know, we have decided that we are doing what to the table, Cece?
Selling the table.
We're selling the table.
So tired of hearing about the table.
I'm so sick of this damn table. What do you bring to the table?
What you bring to the table?
What do we bring to the table?
Women always talking about what men bring to the table. What y'all bring to the table?
You know what's so funny? We never talked about this damn table thing till y'all brought it up. Okay? We don't care about the table. Okay? We care about head, a little bit of bread. Okay? But we don't care about the table.
Listen. What table, first of all? Is the table round or is it square? God damn it. Like, as you can see, I have a square table. Like, I don't have time for this. Like,
what color is the table?
what color is this goddamn table? Where did you get the table from? Did it come from Walmart? Did it come from Target?
IKEA?
Like,
what we doing?
Like, okay.
Furniture? What we doing? What we doing?
But like, why is this such a topic?
It's annoying as hell.
So much about who brings what to the table. I feel like when you're out and you're dating and you're getting to know a person, if they don't match what you require in your partner, leave the goddamn table alone and move the fuck on.
Thank you. And here's my thing.
Leave the table.
People bring different things to the table throughout life.
Yes.
Because in the beginning, your table might just want my good looks, my good vagina, and my good money. My good time.
That part.
When we first meet. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm just meeting you.
Right.
And guess what? As we get to know each other, you might want longevity, cool babies. Although I'm gonna give y'all niggas one. I ain't doing them all. One more. That's it. A baby. You might want the loyalty, trust, the this, the that. But the table changes. Yeah. So I feel like people in this whole table conversation was really redundant. Because it was like the table's always changing. And let's be honest, we're not always bringing things to the table all throughout life, because guess what? Things change in life. Yeah. And guess what? Yeah. Say we're husband and wife. Cece,
I might have to carry you at some point in our life. You might have to carry me at some point in our life. So therefore, we're both sitting at the goddamn table. So why shouldn't that just matter?
And guess what? After I marry you,
if you consider me as your partner, your lifelong partner. So therefore, if we're both sitting at the table, it shouldn't matter what I bring to the table.
Exactly. And second of all, don't be marrying somebody and talk about what you bring to the table. It's too late for that conversation, bro or sis. Let that conversation go. That table should be there.
I think it's more from people that's coming into the dating phase.
That is true.
And I feel like it's more about what you went through with the other people and what you don't want at the table.
There you go.
I feel like focus more on
What you don't want at the table.
not repeating a cycle of what you went through already.
I agree.
Okay, so yeah, like just for me, I don't know. I'm just so sick of hearing about the damn table. I'm over it. Like sell the goddamn table. Don't eat at the table. Eat on the floor like they do back in India and stuff, where everybody put out their little pillows. Like I'm just saying, goddamn.
Like yes. I feel like
On the couch.
people took the table conversation way out of text.
Yeah.
First of all, when people say what brings to the table, it should be what they bring into the relationship. Okay, we know that. We're joking with y'all.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
However, I think people put more emphasis on the physical things like, oh, are you paying your money? Are you got this, and this? What kind of business do you have? That I feel like the reason why that topic annoyed me is because people forgot about core values. See, money comes and goes. Things come and go. Investments come and go. Investments don't last forever. Sometimes you can lose an investment. It can be going good for a while and it can be gone. Stop acting like things are forever. Even if you buy all this real estate market crash, and where you gonna be at next week, homie? Okay, so I feel like it should have been more of a what core values do you bring to the table? What values do you want in your relationship? Do you want a Christian-centered person? Do you want a person who values family?
I think they make it more about money based.
And that's what I'm saying. They make it more about the money base and what the person should be bringing physically, the car, the house, this. But the same people who do that are the same people who say, oh, see, girls want cars, money. But then again, you're over here telling girls in the next hand, well, y'all should have y'all car and money, but girls want, let's be very honest.
Yeah.
If me as a woman has car, house, and money, not $1 million, just I'm living comfortably. I don't want a man who can't provide that on the same level, equally, or even more than me. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's your preference.
That's your preference, but you work hard for your money. You work hard for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Why should you get somebody who doesn't work as hard? And therefore, what are you doing? You're carrying that person. And I feel like this table conversation has allowed men to forget their core reasons in a relationship. A man is to be a provider.
A provider.
Let me be very clear with something on with you guys with all that. I'm sick of this shit with the whole 50-50. I personally don't like 50-50. If I'm 50-50 with you, you're not a provider for me. I'm gonna be blunt. I don't care what y'all feel about that. If y'all feel about it, get my DMs.
But that's what goes into what we just said. Like there's gonna be points first of all, we should both be 100. First of all.
Exactly.
But on another note, I'm saying is there are gonna be times where, let's say if I end up losing my job or something, my husband's gonna have to carry me for a point of time until I find something, or if I decide to go to school or whatever, like to better myself in whatever position or whatever I'm in at that time.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like 50-50 just don't, to me, I mean, it don't work. It don't work. I feel like there's always gonna be friction somewhere. And then those people that be like, I need somebody to take care of me type of mindsets. Good luck.
Yeah. And I agree with you with 50-50 not working. I feel like for me personally, I feel like if a man's not paying majority of the bills, you're not providing. Yeah. That's just me. I just don't feel like you're providing. What else are you providing?
And see, that's
that's
what I mean.
No,
but everybody's preference is different. I just feel like we're going in circles talking about who brings what to the table.
Yeah,
because what you want to bring to the table might not be what I feel like somebody should be bringing to the table.
Exactly.
So your table is not going to look like my table
at all,
and her table is not going to look like her table
at all.
So it's talking in circles.
Yeah. Well, I think what annoys me is people who are mad about what people wanted to bring. It's like, how do you bring up a topic of what do people bring to the table and then get mad at somebody and say, oh, well, why should they bring that? Because I want them to. It's my table. Yeah.
Some women like being kept.
Listen,
if that's what they want, that's their table.
I don't hate a good keepage when needed. I don't hate
it. Listen, some women like being kept.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And hey, if that works for you, it works for you.
I have no problem. And you know what? What woman does not want to be kept sometimes? Like, keep me sometimes. Like,
Mm-hmm. But then, and I think also there are these women who feel like they're equals to men. Let's talk about that part.
but do women feel like that because these men nowadays are saying things like they want a woman who could do what they could do and make what they can make and have to provide 50-50? When you're saying things like do 50-50 on bills and everything,
Mm-hmm.
women are gonna feel like, well, if I'm gonna be equal up to you financially, then guess what? Why can I be equal up to you other ways as well? Like,
Yeah.
why not? Because
Yeah.
I'm doing what you're doing, and I'm taking care of the kids in the house. So basically, I'm doing more than you. So why should I?
What are you here for?
What are you here for? Number one,
Right.
and yeah, we are gonna feel like equals because I'm that kind of woman that kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
Like if I gotta be doing everything and above and making the same amount as you, and not making the same amount, but paying 50-50 with you,
Mm-hmm.
why are you here for? Number two,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I tend to have that about myself where I do feel like I'm equal to a man if I gotta do all that. I need you to check my car. I know I can do it myself, but check my car,
Mm-hmm.
check my oil, check my car. I need you to be that man to do the trash, do the thing,
Mm-hmm.
take care of that manly shit in the house. Now, I have no problems with that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not the one that's gonna be like, I want to be equal to a man. But if you're gonna tell me that that's why I should be financially, then I'm gonna be all that around and don't tell me nothing
Right.
else. If you're not gonna fix the light in our house and I gotta do that shit, then guess what that means?
Mm-hmm.
I'm equal to you. So why are you mad? Why are you mad if I'm doing my own car? If I'm repairing my own car, doing my own oil changes, fixing my own tires, doing all this in the house, taking out the trash and everything. Why are you mad if I feel like I'm equal to you?
True.
And don't hit me with the biblical day, because biblical day is y'all men were doing more.
Mm-hmm.
And we were keeping house with children and not working at all.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't paying no bills.
So we got to talk about that intimidation word, because do you feel like men are intimidated by women who are now working and providing for themselves?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Which is why they're bringing the table of what they want and need from a woman now.
Don't get me wrong. I love that men are finding their voices.
Mm-hmm.
I love that men are finding the fact that they have self-worth, because they are worth. A good man is worth $1 million plus some. A good man is worth. I love me a good man. Okay, ain't find one yet, but when I find a good man, I love me a good man.
Right.
Okay. But I do think men are intimidated by a woman who's working, a woman who has her shit together emotionally, mentally. I do feel that way. I do feel like they're intimidated because you know what I've also learned? Women are always brought up to feel like, yeah, you're it, girl, you're a queen, you're this and this and this, but men aren't really told that. They're not told you're a king. They weren't raised, you're a king, you're this, you're that. So women get all this boosting up in life.
Yeah.
You know, but men don't. So they're intimidated easier when they see a woman who,
making her own
way.
Yeah.
It don't stop in DMs though, because they be my DMs shooting their shot. They don't stop from shooting
shot.
That's
because either. They're hiding behind a device.
That is true.
Yeah.
I don't think half the men would ever approach me physically.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's high. Yeah, you're right.
I think that gave men more confidence.
That is true.
To hide behind a device and inbox women a certain kind of way.
Oh,
they come at them the way that they come at them.
They do.
I feel like that gave them that comfort zone. If she shut me down, it is what it is. She'll just block me.
Yeah. So do you feel like men are intimidated by women?
I think so.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, yes. That now that women are making their own money, if not more, buying their own houses, going on their own trips, like it's kind of like men probably are. I'm not speaking for men, but the way that I see it is that they may see now that women don't need them. Only for one thing, which is to produce more children.
But that means shouldn't men start being more in touch with their emotions? Because women do. What I mean by this is, if you're a man and like you're emotionally stable and you're emotionally there and you are, for me, spiritually there, then yes, you're needed. But I don't feel like they've hit the time to really get there to be needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As in, like, I like to have a deep conversation with them. And like, I'm being honest with you. I
Yeah.
feel like part of me, I do get discouraged if I'll ever find somebody who
I
is
get what you mean.
worthy, not so much even is worthy, but just that
Who
I
will
will
meet you at that level
at that level. Yes.
of that emotional intimacy.
Emotional, spiritual, and mental.
Mhm.
Like physical, okay, yeah, it's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
those three levels, like I do kind of have to I get discouraged
That you might
sometimes
find that again.
that I might not find that. I mean, I didn't have it in my marriage, but
Okay.
now it's like I did spiritual. We were not evenly yoked. Me and my ex-husband were not evenly yoked at all.
Okay.
Emotional, he shut down. It was like there's no emotion there. It was rough.
Mm.
And mental was the only thing. Mentally, yes, we meshed, but emotionally and spiritually, it was
Toxic and not there.
not there at all.
Not there.
Not
Okay.
there at all. And physically, yeah, physical, of course. Like I said, anybody I can be physical with, but it's more of that those two, and it's because I feel like men really don't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
But they want it from women, so it's kind of like, how does that work out? Like, how does that work out? I want somebody I can pray with in the mornings. I want somebody I can do my devotion with in the morning. I want somebody I can go to church with on Sundays and have dinner with our kids and sit and talk about what we learned at how we're gonna apply it through the week. That's what I'm looking for.
I get you.
That
put it out in the universe, friend.
Oh, grab and pray about it, friend.
Yeah.
And pray about it. Somebody who can definitely seek the heart of God. And I always say this, and I mean this I mean this to the core more than anything. To find me and to find my heart, you got to know God. If you don't know God, and if you have not seeked God and know who God is, then you're never going to find me as a person.
Even if you're in the beginning stages of seeking God, I need to know that you're on that path.
Yes.
I get what you're saying.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, friend. Put that there in the universe.
I'm putting it out there because that's what I need right now.
Yeah. And that's what you're going to have. How about that?
Yeah. I need my daughter to see a godly marriage. I need her to see that at this point. But also, I agree with you said 100%. That intimidation is very true. Do you feel that women are, due to the scarcity of, like I said, like I feel like the scarcity of men out there who got those qualities. Yeah. Do you feel like women are selling for anything because of that? Like the scarcity? Oh, yeah. Are they intimidated by the scarcity of men?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a lot of women have settled. Okay, so there's different types of women, right? Okay. So there's women who have settled for those type of men who are intimidated, but then they accept their woman for who they are. Right? Okay. So they just go along with it because they're too intimidated to find someone that's on their actual level.
Got you.
Right? Okay. And then you have those other women who see that this is happening and now they feel like ain't nobody out there for them, like you said. Gotcha. And now they feel like either they got to accept these men that are intimidated now by them, or they got to keep being single and keep moving forward until eventually it just happens where they find somebody that's on their level.
Gotcha, man.
So it's like whatever position you are in your life, whether you want to accept that man who's really intimidated by you, but you still date him, or you actually find somebody who's on your level and not intimidated with the success of your life and who you are as a person.
I agree.
So
I agree 100%.
Listen, and even for us women, like finding a man, to me, I feel like, and this is just me personally, I feel like when I found, especially my husband, when I saw he was on a path of success, that just made me want to be more successful. I never was intimidated by it. So I don't think women need to feel intimidated by the success of a man either. That dating in your range type of deal, it's kind of like a thin line for me. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Because if I know that I have potential to be there with that man, he over here making $1 million a year, and I'm over here still only making $500 a year, I feel like I could still reach that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, use that to
I use that to motivate me. And if he's gonna be my partner, he should be there helping me and building me up.
But do you feel like a lot of men don't help women because they don't want them to be on their level? Or
that So, which is the
They want
intimidation
the
part.
intimidation part.
I don't want you being where I'm at because I still want to take care of you. I want to be your provider. I want to make sure that I'm the one that's bringing in the income.
Now I'm needed.
And I'm needed. You need me. Because once they feel like you don't need them financially,
It'd be rough.
and it's like it's more to it than just financial.
Mm-hmm.
I still need you emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I still need you spiritually. When when I need my praying partner and I know I need to pray about something, I need you to help me with this prayer. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I need a shoulder to cry on or somebody just to hear me vent about the work this week and the teacher that ain't answering her goddamn emails, I need you to be there emotionally with me. So therefore, it's more than just needing you for finances.
Yeah.
And I don't think that these men understand that because they've never been taught that, like you said. That it's more to it.
They're not doing the work now. So it's like, that's why you're right. They do speak about the table because they're trying to take light off of what they lack to put light on what they want.
How about we start talking about what you bring to the table yourself?
Or what you don't want at the table.
Yeah.
And leave the table to core values.
Oh, what the last table taught you.
Did you get rid of that last table? Are you still holding on to that table? Are you collecting tables in that damn house of yours?
Right.
Or are you throwing tables away? What we doing? But what we know for sure we're gonna be doing is selling this table of lies.
I feel like it needs to be more of this.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong at this table that I know I need to fix at the next table?
That part.
What I don't want at this table that I did at the last table. What I don't want in my next relationship that I'm gonna bring into this, that I'm not gonna bring into this relationship. Nope. If you want to talk about table, talk about something of that nature. What you did. Talk about you instead of saying what you want. What about what God wants? What about God? What God telling you that you're gonna get? You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that conversation. I pretty much tone it out. Like I
me too. At the point now,
with you,
it just became redundant. It's like somebody bought this one little table and now everybody's sitting at it, and I'm tired of hearing it. Yeah. And so problematic, we have left the table basically. Yeah. And now we're just on to what core values do we want friends, people who enter our lives to have? Do they share it with us? Do they don't? If they don't, bye-bye. If they do, what up, friend? So that's what we're on right now.
Listen, even for me, I just hit my 10-year anniversary, right? That had to be a new conversation of where are we now? Where are we advancing? So we both had to sit at the table and be like, where do we go for the next 5 years? What are we doing? What are we changing? I'm about to have a son that's about to leave my house. Things are changing. So there's always going to be where you need to sit down at the table and reevaluate at the table. Things change. The table's going to always change.
And kids, every child changes that table. And a new seat at the table.
Okay. A new job change, a career change. It's always change in somebody else's life.
And sometimes people need to realize when you get married or even have a serious relationship and have a child in that relationship, there's a new table. There's a new chair at the table now. And it's a 3 people situation or 4, whatever y'all having. Yeah. But at the end of the day, let's throw away the table. Yeah. And focus more on ourselves. Yeah. Because you can't ask for what you're not providing. You can't ask for what you're not bringing. And you sure as hell cannot demand anything from anybody that you're not willing to appreciate, accommodate, and really value. Right. So at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to this table topic, we sold our table last year and we're telling you guys, yeah, we're not interested in hearing about tables anymore. We're interested in hearing about what you learned at your last relationship, how you moved on, and also just your core values of who you are as a person. Right.
Okay. That's it. Do we have a question for them?
Yes. If you're sick of hearing about the tables too, let us know. Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, we tired of the table.
Yeah, the table's done now.
I'm sorry, but anybody who talks about the table, I'm just not listening. And I'm
Yo,
letting y'all know now.
Now we ain't listening to that conversation. No more.
Yeah. Everybody table different. That's all I want to say. That's what I'm ending
And
it on.
people don't even, they kind of, what's that word? They contradict themselves.
Oh,
but
yes.
that's on another podcast. Stay tuned coming up. And on that note,
Bye.